15 characters who won't survive the final season of Game of Thrones. After a roller coaster ride in their most recent season, Game of Thrones is set to blow their fans away when they air their 8th and final season. Though there is speculation that we won't get to see any episodes until 2019, fans will keep themselves busy reading the book series, graphic novels, and by speculating about the fates of the characters on the series. As you are aware, no one is safe in the show, and we have all seen even the best and most righteous characters meet a bloody end. The show's writers have had little issues with killing beloved characters, and now that the series is set to reach its conclusion, we imagine that Season 8 is sure to be the bloodiest yet. As far as the characters who are going to die, well, we have you covered. Whether their death has been foretold, foreshadowed, or teased, we cannot imagine a world in which any of the people on this list live to see the end of the series. Some are characters that you love, some are ones that you hate, and a few will leave you crying and wondering why you watched the show in the first place. We have had our moments of watching evil characters die, and we made sure to include a few antagonists on our list. We are sure that you have your own theories and speculations about the fate of these characters, but these 15 are the ones we are sure will meet their end. 8. Theon Greyjoy. I find it baffling that Theon Greyjoy has lasted this long in Game of Thrones, but alas, here we are entering the show's final season with him still breathing. He was tortured mercilessly at the hands of Ramsay Bolton, and his uncle Euron's taking of the Iron Fleet nearly caused Theon to die as well. The little weasel has made it to the last leg of the race, but he is about to find a quick demise in Season 8. We will give Theon some credit for playing the massive part in Sansa making it out alive, and the stage is set for Theon's redemption story to come full circle in Season 8. When we last saw him, Theon was able to convince a small crew that he was no longer a coward, and he is currently on his way to save his sister Yara, looking to restore her to being the leader of the Iron Islands. It will be on this rescue mission that Theon will finally be killed on the series. Yara has already risked her life to save Theon, and his decision to do the same for her will result in his death. Despite the torture that he suffered at the hands of Ramsay, Theon still has a huge price to repay, and that is right around the corner for him. 9. Beric Dondarrion. Having already died several times, Beric Dondarrion has already led a tumultuous life in Westeros, and when the next season rolls around, Beric will finally die for good this time. The Lord of Blackhaven has been a faithful servant to the Lord of Light, and his faithfulness has seen him be resurrected from death on multiple occasions. With this knowledge, it may seem like Beric will continue to live forever, but this will not be the case for the Lightning Lord. As we are sure you remember, Beric's dear friend, Thoros, died while he and Jon's group of men set out to retrieve the White to show to Cersei. Thoros is the man that was able to help resurrect Beric, and with his death finally happening, Beric is all out of luck. Because of the massive war that looms, Beric will fight valiantly, but he will die in combat, and this time, he won't be returning. 10. Maester Qyburn. As the current hand of the Queen, Qyburn is in an incredibly comfortable position, and we cannot wait to watch him die in Season 8. Qyburn first made an impression on people by helping Jaime Lannister get his prosthetic hand, but he truly found favor with Cersei when he resurrected Rhaegar Clegane. After that, Qyburn was also instrumental in the destruction of the Great September. Since then, Qyburn has slowly worked his way up the chain of command, and he now holds one of the most powerful positions in Westeros. Because of the position that he holds with a queen that most seem to loathe, Qyburn is in a position that will cost him his life. As we have seen, people who have held this position have had trouble staying alive. Jon Arryn, Ned Stark, Tywin Lannister, and Qyburn is next. He has been an evil character since coming to Westeros, and this series will not conclude with Qyburn still breathing. 11. Grey Worm. Giant's Bane, Grey Worm, the de facto leader of the Unsullied, is set to lose his life in Season 8. Things have already looked bleak for Grey Worm several times throughout the series, and his taking of Casterly Rock nearly cost him and his fellow Unsullied their lives due to starvation. Because this last season moved so quickly, we didn't see the Unsullied for quite some time, but it was revealed in the season finale that the group was still alive, and they made their way to King's Landing in a show of force by Daenerys. Close called aside, Grey Worm showed emotion during Season 7, and this giving into his desires will lead to his end. The Unsullied are renowned for their training and lack of fear in the face of battle, but Grey Worm finally hooking up with Melisandre left him vulnerable, and this decision will cost him his life on the battlefield. 12. Tormund Giant's Bane. Get ready to have your hearts broken in the final season of Game of Thrones, because we don't see Tormund making it out alive. Everyone's favorite wildling now that Ygritte is dead has been a huge character for a while now, and he has been a major help to Jon since they came to end accord. He was one of the 7 men who went with Jon to capture the White to take to Cersei in an effort to form an alliance against the Night King, and he is always willing to do his part for the greater good. The season ended by having the Night King destroy the massive chunk of the wall, allowing the Whites and White Walkers to make their way south. They never showed Tormund's fate, but we can assume that he is alive because an off-screen death for Tormund would be downright disrespectful. Because of how many close calls that he has had, we can't help but feel that Tormund will cash in a one-way ticket to the 7 gods this season. You can only get lucky for so long, and Tormund's run of luck is about to run dry. Keep some Kleenex on hand next season, folks. 13. The Mountain. You may consider Sir Gregor Clegane as a dead character already, but his life or undead existence will no doubt be coming to an end in Season 8. In Season 4, we watch the Mountain engage in a brutal battle with the eccentric Prince Oberyn, and he looked dead to rights before turning the tide, and vanquishing his foe. Thanks to some poison that Oberyn secretly put on his weapon, the Mountain was well on his way out, but, thanks to some dark practices by Maester Qyburn, the Mountain's life continued, but it isn't quite accurate to call him human. Regardless of how you classify him, seeing his brother, Sandor Clegane, get in his face and reveal his fate in the Season 7 finale was amazing. The 2 men will more than likely come to blows during the final season of the series, and when they do, we imagine that Sandor will emerge victorious. Because of their history as children, expect Sandor to finally overcome his fear of fire, utilizing this as a way to kill his undead brother. 14. Melisandre. Speaking of the Red Woman herself, Melisandre not only revealed the fate of Lord Varys, but she also revealed hers as well. Melisandre was well on her way out of Westeros when she and Varys had their spine-chilling conversation. She mentioned to Varys that she would make her return to Westeros because that is where she would die. She followed this up by revealing that Westeros would be where Varys would lose his life as well. Now, it is worth noting that Melisandre has not always been accurate in her predictions, but we can't help but believe that the prophecy will come true for these 2 characters. Melisandre is a much maligned character, and her actions in past seasons have no doubt made her an incredibly hated character. Seeing her death unfold on the series will be a joy to fans, though it might not be as satisfying as Littlefinger's death in Season 7. 15. Lord Varys. Whether you love him or hate him, Lord Varys has dedicated his life to doing what he feels is best for the realm. Unlike other characters, Varys appears to have selfless intentions, though you could argue that his decision to side with whoever he perceives as in the best position for the Iron Throne makes him quite the opposite. Currently serving Daenerys, Varys had a reality check at the beginning of Season 7 when his queen questioned his loyalty. Varys was able to keep his position, but he won't escape the show's final season alive. Early on during Season 7, it was revealed that Lord Varys would in fact lose his life in Westeros. The prophecy that was revealed to him legitimately left him shook up. and the woman who delivered the message was none other than Melisandre. There was a great amount of tension between the two, and when their conversation ended, we learned that the future looked bleak for the duo.